What's up, everyone? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the Hot Commodity Ant C, joined by my own personal hot commodity, Smoking Ant B. And today we are traveling across the globe to Perth, Australia for WWE Crown Jewel 2025. Decent show, nothing great. ESPN gave it a B, which is better than the C that the pay-per-view prior to this got.
Yeah.
What did you think of the show before we get into the matches overall? Did you like it? Did you feel like it was missing something? What did you think?
It was okay. I mean, there was no surprises. It was just like like the matches were there was like good wrestling, but not very good storytelling. And that's just kind of how it is now. Got hopefully they said that they have read everybody's complaints and they're gonna make the stories better. So we'll see.
I know that SmackDown has new writers now,
Yeah.
so we'll see how that plays out. But our
SmackDown was better.
It
last
was.
week.
Our first match of Crown Jewel is the Australian street fight, and I always like to make fun of this when they make a street fight. No matter where they go, they make it wherever it is. So I'm wondering if people from Australia are listening, what does a street fight look like for you guys? I'm really ignorant to Australia. I don't know much about it, but is it a bunch of like kangaroos and like emus and deserts, people walking around throwing shit? But this is
I picture them doing like a Greenwich Street fight.
Oh yeah, they did that before.
For like Shane.
Yeah, they did that before. That was at WrestleMania when he fought X-Pac. It was a Greenwich Street, or no, was that bad? One of them was a Greenwich Street fight. I think it was WrestleMania. But anyways, we have Roman Reigns taking on Bronson Reed.
Roman Reigns,
the Tribal Chief versus the Tribal Thief, and Bronson Reed has Paul Heyman in his corner. And this was a pretty tame street fight. Not a lot happened here. We see Roman Reigns hit Bronson Reed with a cricket stick, and I guess that is your foray into Australia. Roman Samoan drops Bronson Reed through a chair, and that was when that move landed, we were like, shit. Braun Breaker then appears and spears Roman Reigns on the floor, and then Reed and Breaker double power bomb Roman Reigns through the announce desk like Reigns used to do when he was a part of the Shield. The Usos come out and make the save. They lay out Braun Breaker, but Braun Breaker ends up spearing Jimmy Uso through the railing. And then Jay accidentally spears the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns through a table. And then Braun Breaker spears Jay. Reed lands a tsunami to Roman Reigns. And thanks to the Usos' help, Bronson Reed gets the victory. After the match, Roman Reigns is pissed and he yells at the Usos, "I'll see you at Christmas."
That was the best. I don't want to see you till Christmas. Like
what?
That was like the worst thing he could have. Like that is just the worst. Not till Christmas. It sounded ridiculous.
He was upset about it. I mean, I would be too. I'd be pissed if I got screwed. But he kept pushing Jay to stand out and do stuff while you're creating this monster, Roman, and he just took you out here. But Bronson Reed gets a win. They mentioned that Roman Reigns hasn't had a pinfall victory one-on-one in a long time.
It was his second. He was the second person to pin him in 5 years.
Yeah. So what do you think about this, and what do you think is next for this storyline between both men? I think this is the end of Reed and Roman.
I sure hope so. I don't really foresee Jay and Roman happening, but you never know. Roman could just fucking lay him out. Again, Roman's only going to be in this face position for so long, and he's got to go back to really being the asshole. So, we'll see.
We have the first Crown Jewel Championship.
And I'm sorry, I could also see them thinking it's next in the storyline for the Samoan family, for them to go after each other again, which we've kind of already seen, but we'll see.
We have the Women's Crown Jewel Championship on the line here. WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton taking on the WWE World Women's Champion Stephanie Vaquer. And this was a pretty short match compared to all the other ones on the card. Tiffany lands a hard Alabama slam to Vaquer earlier on. Stephanie lands her Devil's Kiss. And then Stephanie gets the win after a spiral tap. And Stephanie Vaquer is the 2025 Women's Crown Jewel Champion. I was happy she won. I like Tiffany Stratton, but Stephanie right now is, aside from Becky and well, the women's roster is stacked. So I'm sorry to say, but she is definitely one of my favorites. I was glad she won. I think you thought Tiffany was going to win this, but what did you think of this one?
Well, I had mixed feelings about it. Well, I thought this was probably one of the better matches. Like, I mean, it wasn't because it wasn't that long, but it was good. It was definitely good. But I feel like they should have let it go on longer and make it more of a bit more of the rivalry that it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be these two great champions, but like they should have been like Brett and Shawn in it. Like,
yeah, there was a bit too much respect.
It was just like.
We see Paul Heyman talking to Breaker and Reed backstage.
There should have been more of a struggle.
Exactly. And Paul's struggling himself. And he's telling the division to stay backstage during Seth's main event. And we'll see how that affects that later on. We have the last time ever John Cena versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. And Styles comes out in his old school 2003 era TNA wrestling gear. And it truly is WWE versus TNA here. And you didn't really like this match, but I did because Cena can't go as much as he was used to. So they pulled out a bunch of the maneuvers that their opponents have given them. Like we see Cena land his sister Abigail, which the crowd pulls out the cell phones for the Fireflies. We see AJ Styles apply a crossface coquina clutch, which is, well, a crossface and then a coquina clutch, which is Samoa Joe's move. Cena applies an accolade, which is Rusev's move, and then the Walls of Jericho, obviously YGJ. We then see Styles land Angel's Wings, which is his rivalry with Christopher Daniels. Cena lands a draping DDT, an RKO, a choke slam, and then AJ hits Sweet Chin Music, the phenomenal forearm, but Cena kicks out. Cena lands a tombstone and an FU, and John Cena has defeated AJ Styles. After the match, the two men hug. But what was cool about it was prior to the match, John Cena had written a speech for AJ Styles, basically talking about his accomplishments and bringing up how great of a wrestler he is. What did you think of the match? Clearly, we knew Cena was going to win this, but
yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. I like seeing them do all the finishers, and you don't ever. It's like a known thing. You don't see John Cena do a lot of different stuff. So it was that part was kind of cool, and it was like everything that I think a rivalry's very very last match should be like. You know, they complimented each other, and at the end, they both raised each other's hands, so it was good.
I thought
it was a moment
for a match that didn't have any like background. It was just made on the fly. It was good, and that shows you just how great Cena and AJ Styles are. Mm-hmm. I don't know how well. I mean, other people could make a match like that happen.
AJ's kind of covered for them on SmackDown. He said, "We don't need a storyline."
Yeah, pretty much. They don't. Next up, we have Io Sky and Rhea Ripley defeating the Kabuki Warriors, which is the team of Asuka and Kairi Sane. Kairi saves Asuka and takes a big boot from Rhea Ripley. Rhea hits a riptide, and then Io lands the over the moonsault. And the new friends and Rhea and Io have defeated the Kabuki Warriors here. What do you think is next for these teams? Because obviously the Kabuki Warriors are not done with Rhea and Io.
Well, I think there could be good matches with Asuka singly against Rhea and Io.
Yeah,
I think they could have rival like more of this. I foresee Kairi's gonna smarten up sooner or later and stop. So
I want to see Io versus Asuka at Mania, but I don't know if they can keep it going that far.
I don't know.
The end of April, we're in October. I don't know. They'll probably do it before.
Probably, yeah.
But
this is exciting. We could see it at like Survivor Series.
It was a good match, though. They all looked good in this match. Let's move on to our main event. We have the 2025 Men's Crown Jewel Championship. WWE Champion Cody Rhodes against the WWE World Champion Seth Rollins.
It was like 40 minutes.
It really was. Earlier on in the match, Seth Rollins pushes Michael Cole and goes after Wade Barrett because Wade Barrett called him a wanker on, I think it was SmackDown. We see Seth land a sit-out powerbomb, And then Seth mocks Cody Rhodes doing the Stardust taunt. Seth applies a figure 4, and then Cody hits a vertebraker to Rollins, but Rollins kicks out. Cody lands a Cody cutter, and then Seth hits a pedigree. Both men kick out of those respective moves. Seth hits a crossroads to Cody, but he kicks out. Cody misses a Cody cutter, gets hit with a pedigree and a stomp, but Cody kicks out. Seth grabs that watch that Cody Rhodes bought him after WrestleMania, lands a suit, but Cody hits a Cody cutter or crossroads again. Seth kicks out. Seth lands a really cool coast to coast headbutt to Cody in the corner. Seth hits a super Spanish fly and then a rock bottom, but Cody kicks out of that. Cody hits a super crossroads, and then Seth ends up hitting Cody Rhodes with the watch, lands a stomp on the ground, and then a super stomp from the top rope. Seth Rollins is the 2025 Men's Crown Jewels champion. After the match, Seth Rollins grabs the mic. Rollins says, "Some of us dream impossible dreams. There's only one man who reaches heights. I'm the greatest of all time. There's only one, and he is Seth freaking Rollins." And I was happy that Seth won this match. Cody won it last year. He wasn't going to win it this year. But Seth got the win without any help. So what do you think of all this here?
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, he cheated a little with the watch, but I mean, I think he was gonna win regardless.
It was a good match though for it being as long as it was.
And I am ready to see what's gonna happen with the Vision now, because I want Seth to turn around and be like, "No, y'all were doubting me. Fuck you." That's what he should do to Paul Heyman, but I think he lacks the confidence to do it on his own right now, so he's probably going to stick with them.
We'll see what happens. Well, we're going to be catching up on Raw. Leave a comment if you like what you're hearing. Let me know, what did you think of Crown Jewel? Do you feel like the right people won tonight? I sure did. Leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.